my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning. I never try, you will never know.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston and for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson going to give this one to Miller. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll try the air now with Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
13 yards on the play. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Let's go, defense.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is Stills on the jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watson with a give to Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
As they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. But likely not for long, as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows.
Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Gun.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey. 20! And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Max Sharping, the guilty party, 2nd-round pick from Northern Illinois.
Mike. Set. 19. 59. Right here, right here. Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson finding fouls complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
You don't want no problems with me.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike, check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's entered. Thompson here with a pick. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson going deep for Hopkins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Faking the give. Now Watson going deep here for Stills. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Stills the intended target.
Ready? Ready?
Switch gears, switch gears. Say, hey! Say.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready? Katie? We're great.
You ready? Mike 41, Mike 41.
Ready?
A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
41 to Mike. All day. All day.
Gun.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
20.
Now it's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now Watson. Looking deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week. To try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be a long...
On 3rd down, Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Miller. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, Hyde. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gun, gun, gun.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. You're trash. You're trash. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. No take. Spell.
Great, great, great.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Set, ready?
In your face.
8, 8.
Mike 41. Mike 41. Hey, man. Hey, man. F-O. 41.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he works free. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Then it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks, only drew. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Switch, switch, switch.
Newton now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6.
Any day. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, this game's over.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
These two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A first down carry now for Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Back to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Newton now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Newton's going to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether